Okay, hopefully you made it. Let's see. I'm going to try to get to the live over here. I was going to get some of these. I've got too many tabs open. Is that any wonder? Is it any wonder? No. My Google closed down, so I just have to open it again. I'm just gonna, what am I gonna do? I had everything ready to go. Alright, let me see. My Google is closed down. I'm just gonna open it with the tab. So give me a second. I just have to open my Gmail to get my documents. So we're going to talk about Kouri Richins. Now, if you're not familiar with Kouri Richins lives in Utah. They belong to the Church of Latter-day Saints, and they have three boys or two boys. I can't remember if it's three boys or three kids or two kids. But anyway, Eric had been married before, I believe, and I'm trying to remember. And she wasn't a Mormon, and she converted when she got married to him. And she then went into real estate, and they lived a very high lifestyle, okay? He made money, she made money, she was in flipping houses, but really high-end houses, okay? Not like little 40,000, 100,000 fixer-uppers. We're talking about $1 million homes that she was flipping. And then the night that he was killed, she said he was drinking a Moscow Mule because they were celebrating this transaction. But he was against this. In fact, there was like a lot of problems because she found out that he had changed the beneficiary on his life insurance, and while she was on like his work computer, because his partner and him both were like each other's beneficiary. So she changed it back, and then she didn't know that they got an email alert to like, hey, you changed your beneficiary, is this correct? And so he just changed it to his sister. She had no idea. And then the other thing that happened after that is that she was having these text messages, which the investigators got, where she was talking with this friend of hers about getting her drugs. And then she got some, and they weren't strong enough. And he had a feeling he was poisoned. He had told his sister, if something happens to me, it's my wife. This is like the third poisoning death where they said that. But they were still living together and everything. So anyway, he gets a tremendous amount of fentanyl orally. And it was not medical grade fentanyl, the coroner said. And he dies. She says, I don't know what happened. And she starts writing a book about grief for kids and, going on tour with this book and then planning like 2 or 3 more. And there were issues like when she found out the sister had power of attorney and the sister was the beneficiary, she was going crazy. She was initiating lawsuits to get the money. Meanwhile, then, she's riding the book train and, getting money with that. And then she got arrested. So we're going to read the transcript of her police interview, and then we're going to look at those bizarre emails that we looked at the other day, just in case somebody's seeing this for the first time. All right, so let me just get my thing because I had it here, and then I'm going to also pop into, I have to pop in to the live chat with you guys. So there's the transcript. I'll put it up in case you want to follow along. And I'm going to just pop into the live chat here. Let me just go into my YouTube studio so I can make sure that you guys can all hear and see, and on that you guys are all here. Okay. Let's go in here. Hey, thank you for being a Rambler VIP for 3 months. Hey, little lady. Thank you for upgrading your membership to Detective Rambler. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay. So this was April 13th, 2022. And it is Detective Woody, audio recording, audio transcription. Transcribed by Emily A. Gibb. Proceedings. Detective Wood says, Kouri. Kouri says, yes. Detective, okay, let me explain to you what's going on, Kouri. Why didn't you just tell me to come? Woody, so? I would have come. Detective, we did tell you to come. So hold on. Let me explain kind of why I wanted to ask you what I want to ask you, all right? So I've been calling the medical examiner's office all morning trying to get information, okay? So what I've got now is I've got that Eric possibly died of a fentanyl overdose, okay? So that's kind of where Kouri says, you can call Katie. He doesn't do drugs. Detective Woody, no. Well, this is what I'm trying to ask you about because all of that stuff, that's why we wanted you to come meet with us to try to give us some information about what's going on, okay? Kouri says, yeah. Detective Woody says, so what we're doing, Kouri says, he doesn't do drugs. Detective Woody says, is we're going to go check the house. We want to make sure there's nothing there. Because this is super dangerous. It's dangerous for you. It's dangerous for your kids. Kouri says, yeah. Detective Woody says, that's why I wanted to know if you knew where it was. Anything like that, okay? Kouri says, okay. Detective says, so do you have the keys to your house with you? Kouri says, Detective says, is it locked? Kouri says, it's not locked, no. Detective says, it's not locked. Kouri says, I don't keep my house locked. Detective Woody says, okay, is anybody there? Kouri says, oh, my nanny, my housekeepers. Detective Woody says, your housekeepers? Kouri says, my mom, my brother, they're there. Detective Woody says, what about your kids? Are they at school? Kouri says, yeah, they're at school. Detective Woody says, okay. Kouri said, my little one's in preschool. He gets out at noon. Detective Woody says, okay. Do you have your... Kouri says, he doesn't do drugs. My husband doesn't do drugs. Detective Woody says, okay. Kouri says, he does... He eats stupid edibles. He does edibles. Detective Woody says, okay. So the other thing with this is it's an illicit drug, okay? So, which means you're going to have to get it from somewhere. You're going to have to get it from the dark web. You're going to have to order it in. You're going to have to get it from somewhere, okay? So we're also going to search for all the electronics. Do you have a home computer, laptops, tablets? Does he have a work computer? Kouri says, yeah, Cody took it actually. Detective Woody says, Cody took it? Okay. Kouri says, she works for us. Yeah. So she has it in her house now. Detective Woody says, okay. Kouri says, he has an iPad. Detective Woody says, iPad? Kouri says, I'd have to look for it. Detective Woody said, are all the families or his or yours? Kouri says, no, they're work. Detective says, okay. Kouri says, they're his. That one is his. The detective says, does he have an office that he works out of? Kouri says, yeah, but Cody came and cleaned out the office, his business partner. Detective Woody says, where's the office at? Is that at your house? Kouri says, it's at my house. Detective Woody says, okay. Kouri says, but they came and cleaned it out. So she has our work. She has all of our work stuff. Detective Woody said, is this? Kouri says, Becky. Detective Wood, Cody? Kouri says, so her name is, the detective says something inaudible. Kouri says, no. Detective Woody says, okay. Kouri says, so her name's Becky, and she works for our company. We hired her about a year ago, and she came in and cleaned out the entire office. So now I put my work office is now there. So detective says, okay. Kouri says, so Cody came and took all their files and everything. So if it's an electronic you're looking for, Detective Woody said, okay. Kouri said, Becky now has the, Detective Woody said, any kind of electronics? Okay. So Kouri said, there's an iPad. I don't think she took it. If it's at my house, it would be, Woody says, the other thing is, Kouri says something inaudible. The detective says, it's kind of odd that there was nothing there that we saw. You know, I don't know if you were trying to help clean it up so he wouldn't get in trouble or this didn't get out. So we also have warrants for all electronics. So that's in case you ordered anything on the phone. If you tried to keep us, he doesn't do, the Detective Woody says, from finding any of this stuff. I don't know that. That's why we want to talk to you, is to find out where this came from. Kouri says, yeah. Detective says, so do you have a phone with you? Kouri says, I have my phone, yeah. Detective says, is it in your pocket? Kouri says, we have phones. No, it's in my car. Detective says, okay. So Kouri says, I have a laptop. The detective says, you have a laptop? Kouri says, I have a computer. Detective said, is that for your business? Is that for you? Kouri says, yeah, it's for my company. Detective says, okay. Kouri says, did you guys find his gummies and stuff? Detective Woody says, that's what we're going to look for, all of that stuff to try and figure out what's going on. Kouri says, I know all of where his stuff is. Detective Woody says, okay. Kouri says, if that's what you're looking for. Detective Woody says, where? Where's the gummies and stuff at? Kouri says, so if you go in my bathroom, I haven't cleaned out any of his stuff. Everything is still in the same place where it was. His clothes, everything is still the same. But if you go, in my bathroom, there's a medicine cabinet above it, and he always kept everything like where the kids couldn't get them. So at the very top, there's, Detective says, okay. Kouri says, the top stuff, that's where he kept everything. Detective Woody says, okay, so we're going to seize all electronics for now until we figure out what's going on. Kouri says, that's fine. Detective Woody says, I still do want to talk to you tomorrow because Kouri says, well, I wanted to go today. Detective Woody says, okay. Kouri says, I don't know. She kept just calling me. Detective Woody said, okay. Kouri said, and telling me not to go. And I was like, I don't know why I can't go. Detective Woody said, I understand. Kouri says, Detective says, okay, so we do still want to talk to you to figure out what's going. Okay? So rack your brain. Try to think of what you can think of. Okay? Kouri says, why would he do that? Like, my husband is not on drugs. Detective Woody says, and that's why we're trying to figure out what's going on. Kouri Richins says, is it cut crack? Like it's, Detective says, it's fentanyl. It's a pretty deadly drug. It's something that's not, it's becoming more common. It's not, Kouri says, well, would he get high? Detective Woody said, it can come in different, Kouri said, in person, like he ran 8 miles that night. Detective Woody said, okay. Kouri says, I just don't, Detective Woody said, so that's kind of where we're trying to go, is where did he get it from? Who did he get it from? Does anybody know? So right now we're going to go search everything. You're welcome to go back to the home if you want. You can't go in until we're finished, but you can, Kouri says, you can take it. Detective Woody says, you can do whatever you need. Do you want to come with me and grab your phone real quick? Is anybody else in the car with you? Kouri says, no, just, Detective says, okay. And you said all your kids are at school? Yeah, something inaudible. Grab the computer if that's what, inaudible. Detective Woody says, okay, I'll go and knock on her door and ask her, do you want to take it out of the case or not? Kouri says, no. It's something inaudible. Detective says something inaudible, stuff flying around. So like I said, we wanted to ask all you this before we tried to find all his stuff, but we can do that tomorrow as well, so think on it. Like I said, you're welcome to go back to the house, just not in it until we're finished. If you need to go make phone calls or whatever else you need to do, inaudible. Kouri says, okay, all right, do you want me to, how can I make phone calls if, Detective says, yeah, I just meant like if you have friends or your mom's phone or whatever else. Kouri says, can I just write down? Detective says, yes. Kouri says, their numbers, is that something inaudible? Detective says, okay, all right, yeah, that's fine. Then there's an unidentified male speaker that says, sure, Detective Woody, give you that, and then something inaudible, and then the identified male speaker says, sure, Detective Woody said, and then he'll follow you back, and then you can do that, okay? Hold on, I've got the phone going here. And that was the end of the file there. Let's see what this is. So just the glossary there. Okay. All right. So that was her interview. Now let me get her emails. Good night, Debbie. Hi, Lisa. Oh. Hi, Debbie. Oh. Bye, Debbie. Oh. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so again, she was arrested on May 8th of 2023. Her husband was found dead March 4th of 2022. And remember, this interview was back in April, right? Of 2022. April 13th, 2022. So a month and a few days, about a little over a week after her husband died. Okay. So excuse me. All right, let me pull up her emails now. Okay, here they come. Here they come. All right. So this is from Kouri Richins. Now this is April 19th. This is 6 days after that interview. To Chad Hoffmeyer and Frank Root, CC to Jeff O'Driscoll clarification. Hey there, I thought I would clarify some other items on your list that you spoke to blank about. And this is funny because this is what Letitia Salk did. She had that big list that she was explaining away all the stuff she was hearing that the investigators were saying was troublesome or whatever, right? She had whatever, yada, yada. She had it all ready to go. The beginning of February last year, my kids had a soccer tournament in Mesquite. The day before we left, February 2nd, 2022, I tested positive for COVID. I have attached a picture of my test from on my counter in my kitchen where I first found out. Photo 1. I had sent it to my mom and blank to let them know because I was just around both of them. Eric was the coach of the soccer team, and I'm the annoying soccer mom on the sideline that never stops yelling. We don't miss games or tournaments. We're a huge soccer family. When we found out I had COVID, I didn't want to miss the soccer tournament, nor did I want to get my kids sick, so I stayed at Casablanca. I didn't want to risk getting my boys ill during the tournament and then not play well. I bought a box of at-home tests with me to test every day so I could either join the boys staying at my father-in-law's or at least be with them during the game. Casablanca is about 5 minutes from the soccer field. Actually, here's a picture of the room number I stayed in. I had taken a picture for my mom and Eric. I was still positive every day, pictures attached. I would take pictures of my test to Eric to say, still positive. You can check Eric's phone for this. I stood on the sidelines wearing a mask and not interacting with anyone. Happy to get other soccer parents to attest for this. Eric had gotten COVID after we got home from Mesquite. You asked blank about my exotic vacations I have taken since Eric's passing. I went on 2 trips last year. One of my kids tried out a soccer camp and I'm sorry, when I told you the date was a few days after that interview, because this is 2023, so I'm sorry. This is 2023, so this is over a year from that interview, okay? Sorry for that. Also, Eric and I went to Mexico every year, sometimes twice. We traveled a lot. We have taken the boys to Mexico a few times. Hold on a minute. I think I missed this. Let me start over here. You asked blank about my exotic vacations that I've taken since Eric's passing. I went on 2 trips last year. One, my kids tried out at a soccer camp in SLC, Salt Lake City, to qualify to play in Spain in June, and both of my kids made it. So yes, I took them to Spain in October of 2022. I have attached their invitation letters. Also, Eric and I went to Mexico every year, sometimes twice. We traveled a lot. We have taken the boys to Mexico a few times. We like to go in January. However, January of 2022, we could not go because Eric had his hunting trip to Mexico, trip of 2 weeks planned, and it was too much that month. This is not new for us to go to Mexico or for us to go out of the country or on a vacation with our kids. I took my kids and my mom came with us in August of 2022 to Mexico. As I hope you understand, the months prior to this, since Eric's death, would have been hard to deal with. Since Eric's death have been hard to deal with. No, I have never been to Key West or the Keys in Florida. However, my nanny went with her family in June 2022, so maybe I have something mixed up. Eric's affair was the same year I moved out. The trust, let me make this a little bit bigger. The trust was created as well as him looking into a divorce. I never actually moved out. I moved my clothes out one weekend to make Eric understand I'm not kidding about leaving him if he doesn't end things with blank. I did this on a Thursday or a Friday while he was out of town. I was home Monday. I never stayed another night at that other house. Eric and I figured things out like most couples do. Blank was her name. He changed her name in his phone so I wouldn't know about it. And honestly, we worked things out after that. I never went through his phone again to see if he changed it back. But you have his phone. You can check and can check. Eric and I went to blank counseling in Kansas, in Camas, 801, and the rest of the number. We only went about 4 times. Maybe it wasn't for us. Redacted and redacted are the same person, as I'm assuming you know that. Haha. I'm also assuming redacted told Woody her husband got a call from him and gave all this information, LOL, yet he didn't ever go talk to the detectives. Ironic how these things work out. Okay, let's see. Mental health, yes. I got postpartum after my second child in 2014. Yes, I took medication for it. No, Eric and I did not have financial problems ever. Yes, Eric made more money than me. Do you make more money than your wives? Have I ever been financially reliant on Eric in the last 5 years? Absolutely not. Eric did not want me working because 1, his first wife, he was married now, cheated on him with a guy at work. 2, redacted. 3, Eric wanted us to live the typical conservative life where the man takes care of his family and the wife is a homemaker, wife, mom, and that's it. That is not my personality and not the way I was raised. I am very independent. Even when I stayed home with my kids the first few years, I was in grad school for years because I wanted to do more than be a homemaker, and I did. And when I did and started my business, it took some adjusting, but Eric and I were fine with it. We hired my nanny, and everything worked out. My nanny, blank, in the number, moved out because she was engaged, and she and her fiancé were moving in together. That was always supposed to be temporary. She worked full-time for Eric and I for years prior to his death. If anyone can tell you about our marriage, it's her. She lived it with us. Feel free to call her. Redacted has already submitted her phone records to you to prove that your toll is correct. Redacted will also be submitting hers over to you guys today or tomorrow. I am working on getting mine. However, Eric's business partner is not being cooperative, but you can call Redacted and ask them, and he would probably give them to you. And she gives the phone number. I know what time I went to bed that night, and there is no hole in my story. Hopefully, by obtaining 4 phone record documentation, you guys can see this too. Happy to clarify or provide anything else you may need. I just want this over. I just want our lives back and to move on and grieve and mourn my husband without looking over my shoulder constantly for you guys. Then you probably shouldn't have poisoned him. Or the idiotic private investigator or the Richins family. Whatever I can do to help close this out, just ask. I'll give you or tell you whatever you want to know. Please check with the lab on those gummies. P.S. Chad, I hear you also know our good friends Redacted. Their son and my son play on the same soccer team. When Eric passed, Redacted took over coaching. You guys could even chat with them if you feel necessary. Kouri Richins. Then another email. Wednesday, April 19th. This is Chad Hoffmeyer. Wrote, thank you for the clarification, Kouri. I don't know that it matters either, but I appreciate the communication. Then this is Best Chad. This is another email from Kouri Richins. This is April 17th. And she says, hey, after you guys left Friday, I was trying to make sure dates were accurate as possible, but I always feel like something was last year, and it was actually several years ago. Anyway, you asked me what my doctor had prescribed. You asked me when my doctor had prescribed the Katiapine. I believe I told you it was a few years before Eric passed. However, I emailed my doctor today to get a specific date, and this was her response. I don't even know if this matters for anything, but it was bothering me. Also, Eric's company was started in 2010, not 2012. I think I might have said 2012. That's when we got married. LOL. Again, none of this probably matters, but it was bothering me. And then she put this letter from the doctor, and it says, oh, I'm doing the wrong way. That's not good. It says, hey, I look back in your chart, and I can't see that. And the first time you took the medication was 8/21/18. And so those are her emails. And now, hold the phone here. Okay, so that's not love. Little lady said, I could never be able to work thing out after he cheated. Yeah, right. And she's like, oh, it's like most couples do, right? Like, so, yeah, she's saying, oh, that happens to most couples that she knows, and most couples just, well, we worked that out. She was acting like it was just like, he forgot the milk at the store. I hear ya. Okay, so let's go to the next. Now, I will tell you, this next case, oh my gosh, I flipped. When I saw this, I watched the police cam of this guy. Okay, now, these little boys, I don't know if you've seen these little boys. These little boys are gorgeous, little blonde-haired boys. They're 3, 4, and 7. And most people would be like, cherish their kids. Especially, that's like such a cute age, 3, 4, and 7. And they're all boys. They're all going to the monster truck things. And there's pictures of the dad showing him how to fish and all this stuff. And apparently there was a stepdaughter, and she was older than the kids. I think they said she was in high school. It's horrible, but Frilly, you don't even know. When I was watching it, okay, first I read a little bit about it, saw the kids, and I don't know if that's the wife or the daughter in the GoFundMe. I think it's the daughter, but I saw this, and then you see this police cam, and the officer that's a sheriff is coming up to the house, and they know it's a horrific scene. It's absolutely horrific. The 3 boys are on the lawn, and the father is sitting there with a shotgun next to him on the stoop of the house with the door open and their dog running around. And he's just sitting there, and he's just got his hands like here. His hands aren't on the gun, and the officers are telling him, get up, get up, get up. And he doesn't get up. And they said, get up and walk towards me. He doesn't get up. So the sheriff goes over there. He grabs the guy's arm. And when I saw this, I was like, well, here, let me tell you what he did. You have these 3 little boys, gorgeous little boys. So, well, every picture, they're just like, they remind me of my kids. And then it's horrible. They say that he executed them. He lined them up and shot them. But one of them ran to a field. He hunted that kid down and didn't shoot that kid back in the field. He brought him back and then shot him at the house. Can you even imagine what that kid was going through? When I thought of that, I was crying, and I was so upset. Good people in Zoom, I said, I feel like I would have killed this guy, because when I was watching this, I said, smash it. I got, I said, smash his face, because there was a concrete walkway. And knowing, okay, and then I also knew this too, before I saw him, that the first responders who knew those kids were gone still tried to do CPR on them and still sat there cradling these kids until the EMS came. And it's something they'll never unsee, okay? And this guy is just sitting there, calm as can be. And when I read all that and then I saw this guy, I was just like filled. It scared me. I was filled. I'm like, I think I would have killed him, because I was like, smack his face into the concrete. Smack his face into the concrete. I mean, I'm telling you, I scared myself, but I was so freaking upset. I was crying already. Then I saw his reaction, and all I can think about is the kids. You know how the kids are? I mean, like, first of all, you're killing his two brothers, and then guess what? He forced his wife to watch this. Now, they say forced his wife. She went to grab the gun and got shot in the hand. And then you can hear in the back of the police cam, in the background of the police cam, she's saying, he took my whole life, he took my whole life, he took my whole life. And it was disgusting. I mean, I'm just thinking about that little boy. And you think about him like he was running away to the field because the other sister ran down she ran down the road to go to the fire department. And then the little boy runs to the field. And he must have just saw this, and he's probably trying to get away. And like, what my dad's doing, he's 7 years old. I imagine it's the oldest one that got away. And he's thinking, like, my brother's, I just got shot. Like, what the hell is happening? And then his father comes and hunts him down and takes him. And then he's taking him back to the house, and he knows he's going to die. I mean, I can't. I was just praying, like, God, please, please erase these kids' memory of this and let them be, just, I mean, I can't even imagine that poor mother. I can't even imagine. It's horrendous. But I was filled with such rage with this, because I'm reading this, right? And then I'm like, smack his face into the ground. Because then this guy, you know what he says? He says, the little guy, I know, Ruff. It's terrible. I couldn't get it out of my head all day. And I'm saying, like, people would have died to have these kids. You know what I mean? Instead of feeling blessed. And here's the thing. When you look at his Facebook and he's teaching this kid to fish, he looks like parents I know around here. He looks like somebody that was, involved. Somebody that would have been the baseball coach. Somebody that would, like, how do you get your kids? Like, every picture of these, they went to see the monster trucks, and the kids were dressed well, and they were taken care of. You could see that. So how do you get to that point and then get to something like this? And they say he planned this. He planned this for weeks or months. And how do you do that? How do you do that? You were thinking, my brother who just passed didn't get to be a dad. He would have loved those kids. Would have done everything. And this guy, exactly, Frilly, exactly. Exactly. I mean, and then you look at those little boys and you look at their expressions, and they're so beautiful, and they just remind me so much of my kids and everything. And I just think about the one that ran away. Oh my gosh. I can't. I was walking around the lake. I was trying to do my one. I just couldn't stop with this. I just said, I can't even. How does this guy do this? This is just. So wait. So then when they go to get him, right? They go to get him. they tell him, you come to me, you come to me. And they get him on the ground, and I swear I was screaming. Just smack his face into the concrete, smack his face into the concrete. And the guy's shaking because they see the kids out there. And you see the one gets down, and he gets down on his knees next to the kids. And then you hear that woman screaming in the background that this is my whole life. And I'm just thinking, like, someone just killed all of your kids. I mean, her daughter, yes, is there, but I mean, all of your little kids that you had with this family that you had with this man, and he just killed them all in just a second. He killed all of your kids. And I know that God gives us something when that happens. It gives you some kind of numbness. Otherwise, you couldn't even. But you can hear her in the background just saying that was my whole life. That was my whole life. And he's laying on the ground, and he says, can I sit up a little bit? I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to do anything. You can do anything you want to me. He's calm as a cucumber. You can do anything you want to me, he says. And then he says, can I just stand up? I'm not going to go anywhere. And he goes, I'm not going to hurt anyone. And I'm thinking, and that's when I screamed. I'm like, you bastard, you just killed your kids. And then they got him up, and the guy said to him, what's going on? What did you do? And he goes, nothing's going on. And the guy was 32 years old. You know what? Ethan had just asked me something about Bass Pro Shops, and these kids have Bass Pro Shops hats on and little cowboy boots. You see what I mean? And they look like two of them are so close in age, but they all look so close in age, and they all look the same. And oh my gosh. And then here's a picture of him teaching his kid to fish. Oh my gosh, I don't know how look at these sweet little kids. Oh gosh. So anyway, they contacted his dad, okay? And this is his mom and dad. And his dad says, okay, let's see here. His dad said that his dad's 59 and lives in Port Richey, Florida, with his wife. Now, they don't say his wife is his mother, Gloria, 58. They're trying to comprehend this. How do you comprehend this? How Chad could have murdered his own children. And the father said, we have no answers. And I quote him saying, he just snapped. And then I quote him saying this, there was something going on in his life that he couldn't handle no more. I can't talk to him. They aren't letting me talk to him, so I don't have any answers. He probably hid a lot of stuff from me. And then listen to what else happened. Keith, the father, said he had just visited his son last week. He seemed fine, he said. He was a jokester, a fun-loving guy. He said that Chad had no history of mental illness or strange behavior or criminal record. But the Cincinnati Enquirer reported on Friday that Chad once choked his father back in 2010. The case ultimately was dismissed, apparently after the alleged victim, the father, failed to appear as a prosecution witness. Now, his father was 46 at the time the charges were filed in July of 2010. Chad pled not guilty to domestic violence on July 26, 2010. The docket filing shows the case was dismissed August 26th. But his father said to them, "That's not true. The story was wrong," and the judge dismissed the case. And he said, "I don't want to elaborate further," and he began crying. He said, "I can't think right now," and hung up the phone. 5 days ago, Chad Doerman apparently changed his Facebook profile picture, and he posted a photo of his 3 young blonde sons. He posted several pictures of the boys on his page, including one of him showing one boy how to fish. Okay, now here's what he did. This happened Thursday. After the police got him and showed him calmly sitting there and everything, he later allegedly confessed to lining up his 3 young sons and executing them with a rifle at their home. As the terrified stepdaughter Alexis fled, screaming that he was killing everyone. And I saw the prosecutor. Let me tell you about the bail. Doerman, who's accused of shooting the boy's mother in the hand, has been charged with aggravated murder over the sickening ordeal that unfolded in the Monroe Township home on Thursday. So let me tell you about the hearing, because he had a hearing on Friday, and they got the highest bail ever for this guy. See. This is the picture that's on the GoFundMe, and I think that's the stepdaughter. The boys were 7, 4, and 3, and there's a GoFundMe for them. The GoFundMe says, "My sister lost her 3 amazing babies yesterday. Nothing will make this better. It will never be okay. But please, if you can find it in your heart to help relieve the financial burden of this tragedy, please donate. No one should have to go through this." Help my sister bury her children, it says. And I'll put a link to the GoFundMe. Yeah, that's what he was crying at the court thing. He was so calm after this, and then at court, let me show you what he looked like at court. Oh gosh. Well, this is one of his pictures. This is one of his booking picture, but that's not the one. He was in the turtle suit. That's so one of the neighbors says, "I was sitting in the garage and I hear boom, boom, and like 4 more. And I was like, that's 7 shots. I'm shaking. It was bad. It was bad." His mother is 34. Okay. She was outside the home and had suffered a gunshot to her hand. She was transported to the hospital with injuries that did not appear to be life-threatening. And then the deputies found 3 boys, 3, 4, and 7, outside with gunshot wounds and still tried to save their lives, but the children died at the scene. They held these children knowing there was nothing they could do. How do you unsee that sort of abomination, they said. Doerman's bail has been set at $20 million. And the defense wanted it set at $75,000, and the prosecutor said no. The chief prosecutor of Claremont County Municipal Court, David Gast, said that one of the boys tried to flee into a nearby field, but Doerman hunted his son down and brought him back to their home before killing him. This is by far the most sickening, horrifying crime I have seen. I can only imagine the terror these little boys felt and experienced as their father, their protector, was murdering them. And that was said by the prosecutor, Mark Tekulve. Deputies responded to the home in Monroe Township shortly before 4:30 p.m. on Thursday after receiving a pair of 911 calls, one apparently from the mother who was screaming that her babies had been shot, and another from a passing motorist who saw a girl, that was the the half-sister, running down the street saying her father was killing people. And then, hold on, let me get him in this pictures when he's in jail. And the other reports I read, it's that he forced his wife to watch. See. Okay, so this is somebody, let's see who this is. That's Richard Kincannon, said he has not stopped crying since Thursday, not since he saw the sheets removed from the small bodies of 3 brothers who were fatally shot and left lying in the yard of their Monroe Township home. I can't even explain how bad it was, said Kincannon of Milford. He struggled at times to hold back tears as he recalled the aftermath of the previous day's carnage. Many in Claremont County are reeling from what the prosecutors have described as an execution-style killing by the 32-year-old Chad Doerman. He lined his 3 sons up, 3, 4, and 7, and shot them with a rifle. He planned this execution of his sons, said the prosecutor. Kincannon's children have been neighbors with Doerman for the last 4 years, he said, adding that he was house-sitting for his ex-wife when the shooting happened. While he wasn't close with the family, he saw the 3 little boys frequently, playing outdoors. They loved being outside, he said, and they played baseball and drove go-karts. They were such good kids, Kincannon said. By the end of the day, the spot in the driveway became a makeshift memorial fashioned out of plushed animals, toy cars, balloons, flowers. 3 small crosses for the 3 children. Yellow crime scene tape still cordoned off the yard. Kincannon is angry and has so many unanswered questions, and he's not the only one. Thursday's shooting was the second in less than a year where children were killed by a parent in the New Richmond community, a riverside village just over 2,700 residents, known largely for its 4th of July fireworks display. In February, 13-year-old Ethan Kane, a New Richmond middle schooler, was shot alongside his sister, father, and another relative. Only the young woman survived. The sheriff's office said Ethan's mother, Teresa Kane, shot her family before turning the gun on herself. It's a small community. Everybody feels everything, said Robert Wooten, lead pastor of Connection Point Church in New Richmond. wouldn't open the doors of the church to anyone who wanted to gather there Friday evening. A lot of our people are hurting. While residents say they don't feel any less safe in the community, some liken this shootings to lightning striking twice. Okay, here's him in court. Prosecutor. Okay, so okay, a Claremont County Sheriff Deputy said that. Okay, let's go here. A lot of people are hurting. In court on Friday morning, prosecutor said Doerman confessed to police he had planned the triple homicide. He's facing 3 counts of aggravated murder. Prosecutor said one of his boys tried to flee into a field and he hunted him down, brought him back, and killed him. When authorities arrived at the home, they found the children lying in the front yard, the sheriff's office said, adding the boys were declared dead at the scene. Deputies found Doerman sitting outside on a step. He was detained without incident and questioned. The boy's mother was shot in the hand while trying to shield her children from danger. Dispatchers were alerted to the crime by the 911 calls, in which a woman screamed her babies had been shot. A second call was reported a young girl running down the road screaming her father was killing everyone. Prosecutors later identified the girl as Doerman's stepdaughter. Oh my gosh. I need to see something here. Okay, let's see here. Okay. All right. I want to see, sometimes they can, okay, so let's see. this. So like I said, he's 13. He's 32. 20, I say 13. So the county prosecutor, Mark Tukolov, said, I've been a lawyer 35 years. This is by far the most sickening, horrifying crime I have seen. I can only imagine the terror those little boys felt and experienced. The mother saw this. You can imagine the immense trauma and terror she experienced. And we will do the utmost that this defendant never sees the light of day again. The county prosecutor, David Gast, said the trauma this man has inflicted on his family, community, law enforcement, first responders, and all the rest of us is unspeakable. There has been a full admission in this case. This case is still new and we're discovering facts. The evil horror of what we know is impossible to process. In an act of incomprehensible cruelty, the father that stands before you lined up his 3 young boys and executed them in his own home with a rifle. In an act of desperation, the mother at some point grabbed the gun the father was yielding to attempt to protect them. They, the medics, held these children, knowing there was nothing they could do. One of the most monstrous, craven, cowardly acts that will ever be our misfortune of seeing. Just horrible. And for what? What? You're going to find out the wife is leaving him or what? That's what you're going to find out. Horrible. Okay. Where are you guys over here? So. I gotta fix something here. Hold on, I gotta just fix something. So, I mean, did anybody hear any? I don't think they've released any motive. I was trying to see if there was anything on Facebook because sometimes in the comments somebody says something so terrible. All right. Being on drugs. What the heck? I mean, how? But just how? That's what I wanted to show you. Hold, like, I tried to get his thing on Facebook. Like, how does that? You know, because he looks like a really, really, really involved. You know, it's just, how do you go from that? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it because, like, you see these people at the store and you're like, they're not going to do that. It's just crazy. Hold on, I just missed getting his thing. I'm doing the wrong thing. Yeah, this was He says, this was January 15th, 2022. So a year ago, January. This Gloria is his father's wife. Says, love this picture. Somebody says, great picture, love you guys. And then he says, night before at 11 p.m., I woke everyone up to build a snowman. Ha ha ha. I was scared the snow would melt. Gloria says, you are awesome, Chad. Mom just loves you. You think of everything like I did for you boys. Just love this. Maybe it is his mom. Because in the article it says the father's wife, but he thinks of everything for his boys. And he got them up. Imagine that, because he was worried that the snow was going to melt, but it's the same father that a year and a half later kills them all. Make that make sense. So, it's just so crazy. Here's a picture. There's a picture from when he was just sitting there. That's how he had no shoes on. He had no shoes on, just sitting there. Trying to see if there's any no, I don't know. See one other thing. Hold on. There we go. see something here. He was born March 1991. Okay, so. Okay, I'm gonna let. That's heavy stuff. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I just. Okay, so you're about 15 minutes, but I just want to say the 3 boys made me think of my niece. Brianna is 3. Did anyone hear what happened in Nashville? No, I saw a video where the officers everywhere. In Nashville? I'll check. Let me see. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? I'm typing the wrong thing. I don't see anything. Maybe it's not, it hasn't made it yet. Really, I don't know. Where did you? No, I didn't see anything. Okay, I'll put the number in if anyone wants to call in. Excuse my hair. I went for a walk and I got caught in the rain, and it looks quite a fright. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have to open up Slack. I've got to put my thing on, right? My birthday, we can't spoil it. We've done so far already, right? Gotta make sure that I don't have my pinsies in there, but okay. Slack, I need to do Slack. Oh, tomorrow's Father's Day. I'm gonna make a kiki. There were two little Rambler grandchildren born in the last couple of days. One to Linda and one to Janae. So congratulations. Two little boys. So, we got to do our word games. We have to have a little levity. After that, that's heavy. He destroyed the mother's life forever, which is what, yeah, exactly what he wanted. Exactly.
Hello.
Yep. Little lives taken. And two little lives born. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. This world is really... I just don't know.
It's crazier and crazier every day.
I just don't get it. I mean... don't get it.
Didn't you read that he was house sitting?
No, that's the neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The neighbor. Oh yeah, he was definitely out to hurt the mom roof. Yep.
Right. Well, I hope since he confessed and everything, I hope he tells why he did it. Why he was planning it for so long.
I've got to finish this one and all right. Hey, Barb Olson. I think I did that. I don't know. See, it says I found that extra word, Barb. I can't do that. Yeah, I tried aced, Kevin. It did. That was an extra word, too. I tried that. See? I found that extra word.
Dude.
Yeah, I tried that already, I'm sure. Yeah, I found that extra word.
What about K? C-A-D-E.
Good night, Frilly. I think I tried that. Yeah, I already found that extra word.
Cud. C-U-D-D.
No.
Come on, guys.
I know, we need to get it out of our heads, so that's why we're going to do it, little lady. It's horrible. Oh, wait, this is where I'm supposed to start clipping. Yeah, you better pay attention because I could, do do my little arrow thing like this, and you could make it say something. You better clip that. Better get some content.
What about Deuce? D-U-C-E.
I did that, yeah. Yeah, I did do Barb. What, snow remover? Yeah, I tried that, snow remover. Hi, snow remover. This one is a stumper. I don't know, I did something this morning and I got one, but no, I got one queued. Okay. So we know this one's got to be a C or a D. It's probably a D. D, A, date. Days. Dace. Unbelievable. Okay. Now this one up here. Heck you, Dad. A deuce. Hey, okay, great. Now we can do the daily. Thank you. Those are weird words. Okay, we don't want to go here. We want to go. How do we get home? Oh, let me get our extra words. Okay. I always forget how we get to the. I want to go. Okay, how do we get to our little thingy? How do we get out of this? I'm just going to have to close it down and reopen it. Close it and reopen it. I'm trying to look for bad words. Oh gosh, please. Crazy. Don't even have to look for them, they just come. I've never even heard. Okay, hold on, I got the daily spinner and Sharon lives for this thing. I don't know. Just, okay. This thing makes Sharon so happy. I don't know why, because it's like, oh, okay, 10 coins. Okay, we're going to do the daily puzzle, remember. Okay. Be careful on this one.
Where is everybody?
Where is everybody?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe they all fell.
That usually calls in. Where are they at?
Yeah, I don't know. Al probably fell asleep. Don't you think so?
Probably.
And I don't know. Sharon shouldn't fall asleep because I don't think. Oh, Sharon's going to get nervous because I'm not using my star. I really don't really care about that right now. Oh, I know what this is. I can get my star, Sharon. Don't you worry, I got it. She gets very nervous about that, so this one is going to have to be over here. So we're going to have to go with, it's going to be an E, it's going to be egg. Nope. It's going to be, gulp. And then we can do gulped. Oops. Uh-oh, went to the wrong letter. Oh my gosh, I hope that didn't do anything bad because I had no control of it. Okay. Let's see. Logged. Let me Blue.
They're all in chat.
Oh, they're all in
Margot,
chat? Oh,
Sharon.
they can't get in there. They want to just get, you know why? Because they just want to guess the words and they know I don't want to hear them. So
Oh,
they don't
okay.
want to tell me because they don't want to hear me yell at them. Uh, mhm. Dupe. Okay. Has to be luge. Uh-oh. See it? Let me just go. Plug.
Hmm.
That's it. Plug. Yeah. Great. Okay. This one goes. Has to be.
Kevin,
Oh, what about?
telling me to stop tattling.
Dual. Let's look at the other one. This is going to be. Oh, do. It's do, yeah. Shell. Okay, so let's see. L. Lug. That was easy. That was an easy one, guys. That was easy. You got all my rewards for this weekend. Aw. This is completed. I don't know where Becky Ann gets all these other rooms of the house. I only got a kitchen. Premium pass says it's open. Oh, I'm not buying that. I'm not Scooter. Oh, we can play some that we missed. Let's see. Finish this Christmas one. Low. Nog. Okay. Glow. Glowing.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of words.
Gown. Okay. And Oh, gig. Owl. Owl. Okay. Dog, we did. Nil. Okay. Ing. Oh, that's right. Glowing, we did that. Glowing. Glowing. Who knows what this game? You never know. Hey, glowing is a word. Yeah. Okay, and then going has to be. So, no, we can't. Yes, we can do it. Go. Okay. Oh, how about longing? L-O-N. No. But long is long. No. Oops. I hit the wrong one. Say it just goes by it. Say it just goes by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Can't help it. The girl can't help it. All right. Let's see. No. No, like we did. So we can do. Owl, we did. It has to be. Oh. Let's see. Win one. Okay. Oh no. Lingo. Lingo. It's an extra word. Lowing. So this has got to be. Wait. Wing. Wing. Go.
Gong.
Oh, shoot. Lion. Loin. Owl. Can't be owl. Can't be that. What could that be over there? How could that be owl? Oh, O-L. Own, that's right. Stupid. G L no. G G O G O Gong, gong. Okay, and this one has to be and W, can't be that, it's gotta be O. Oil, oil, oil. See, see, it still went the wrong way. It has a mind of its own. Oil, and then between gin and look, and we're gonna do L. Leo. Lynn, we're trying every. Okay, we got next word. And T. L or G O. Elm. Watch out. Oh, ion. Okay. Going. Going. Has to be a G. Glowing. No. Clear. Ing. Okay. I-N-G. So we have uh-oh, Margot's trying to get in. Sorry, Margot. Okay, logging. Owling. They went owling through the night. That's a word, owling. And this will be hang, log, logwing, darkwing duck. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't do that. Bingo, that's not it. What is Sharon Olging? Olging? Uh-oh. No. O-L-G-I. Uh-oh. N-G. No. How about owling? Owling. Owling. Oh, I already tried that. Owling. That's an extra word. Oiling. No.
Mm-mm.
No, can't do it. Oil. Ogling. Ogling. Oh, ogling. Here we go. And be
You look like you're falling asleep.
No, I'm thinking.
Uh-oh.
Owing, owing, owing. Oh, how about wowing? Wowing. Lowing? No. Go low. No. Oh, we did it. We did it, guys. Got it. Clip this. Are you getting this? Sure, there's some things that you could use for your content. You know. They believe anything. Just do it.
Fled.
I got that.
Oh, I'm gonna hush again. Hold.
Oh, oh shoot, hold on. Okay.
Done.
And, fold. I did fold. Fold. Thread.
Noel.
No. Okay, let's see.
Ambers. You gonna go to sleep? Time to go to bed. Go to sleep.
Finally, my word game skills have meaning. Noel is controversial.
Hi. Sure.
One,
Attaboy. Go sleep.
who's whispering? Somebody's whispering. Oh, I didn't do a bunch of these. Don. Del. Oh, Elf. Elf could be controversial. Could be.
Um, Very good.
F has to be an F. You know that. It has to be an L or F L. Flat. Hello. Unbelievable. Okay, this one. Holden. Node. Okay. No. No. Leon, left, Loaf, Blondie, Blonde, Blend, Fenlo, Losent. Oh, low end. Low end, low end. Loud, blend. Down. Did you see that clip? No. That means she doesn't care about us chatters. I wasn't looking. I didn't want to look. MRB, not trying to distract you. I'm looking over here. This is the set. What? And fold. Oh, and fold? Sorry. You're right. Okay. And fold. Got it. Thank you. Fold. Hold it. No.
There you go. Go to sleep.
Oh, look at that. Excellent. Excellent. Yay. Oh, Morticia. You would laugh if you know what Morticia is about here, but I can't say it. I can't say it on here. Okay. So, tar, tat, rat, cat, right. Ratio. Ratio. Okay. Tarmac. That wasn't a word. That's horrible. Okay. Atari. Okay. Hey, look at that. It's my Tira. Okay, let's see. C. R. A. We have to do C. Oh, coma. Crayon marked M A marked. Crayon, let's say D C C R Chrome. Macro? Macro, okay. Yeah, you probably got that. Yay! All right, I did carrot and tiara. Maria? I can do Maria. I just met a girl named Maria. Trim, trim, trim. Has to be there, trim. T R A. Tear. Taco Tuesday. Goes to the dog. Mara, Kara, Mora, Cora, Morsha, Moti, Mo. T-R, Tron, Train, Tractor, Ratio, Taco Tuesday. Uh-oh. Watch out, that could be bad. Taco Tuesday. T I T no. Whew. Let's see. Torah. Oh my gosh, what are they going to say about that? The Torah is in there. It's an extra word. She put the Torah.
I see the word tiara. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
This messes me up. I'm mushing.
Where is your tiara?
Oh, I took it off for a minute. No. Torah. Okay. Trio.
I listen to you in Zoom and watch you on YouTube, but I forget it's behind.
I know, it messes you up, doesn't it?
It does.
I was doing that the one day too, and I kept saying the same word over and over.
I know. That's why I mute, because I'm sitting here talking to the screen. Oh.
Atria. How about Atria? Oh, want the extra words. Did I guess? Did my first guess? No, what is it? Hold on, I gotta get my Tamari. Tamari? T-A-M-A-A-R-I. Oh, it went into the dog thing, Tamari. Yes, cram. Oh, what about roti? Could be something again. Orca. Isn't that okra? Hold on. Oh. Aroma. Okay. There you go. Oh, what about mortar? Did I do mortar? I did mortar, didn't I? Oh no, I can't do that. But I did something like that, didn't I? I tried Roma. Hi, Senrisa. Tomar. Atomic. How about atomic?
You said put aroma. It made me think aromatic for all of your letters.
I just got atomic. Oh yes. What is that? Aroma, aromatic. Aromatic. Yeah. Very good. Atomic. Let's be atomic. This has to be another A. With an A. Atomic. Aromatic. No, what about
What about Croatia?
I don't think they let you do it. Do they?
Mhm. Mhm.
I did Taco Tuesday. Omit. Omit. That's good. Okay. R I T. RIT. Rita. The meter Rita. She's here to read your meter. Roca. Micah. Micah. Arctic. What did you say? Aortic. 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 What did you say? Aortic. Okay. Aorta. What about aorta? Did I do aorta? No. Aorta. Okay, aortic. Thank you. Aria. Hi, Peridot. Oh, it's really you. I see that, Peridot. Oh my gosh, that was so crazy. That. All right, let's see. M-A. Yay. Okay, and then I tried that MOCA Southern Belle. It didn't work. Yeah. Rome. Riot. R. O. Roto-Ruta. Look at that. I tried Roti before. Okay. C R I Criminy. No. C R O C R. One more. Ricola. I. I did card. It's over there. I think so. C M No, M-A, M-A, M-A. Oh my gosh. IOTA? Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Teresa and Sharon. Oh my gosh, did we finish that? We finished the Christmas one. Yay. Oh my gosh. Let's try the regular game. This is too hard. We need just a regular game right now, not a really hard one. Uh-oh. Telling me I gotta go to bed. All right, hold on. What is it? What is it? Lilt? A lilt. Okay. Oh, and hilt. No, I already did hilt. There's no, oh yeah. Little bit. We got that, thanks. Lilt, so it's gotta be, Trill. Oh, what is that other thing? The show? No. What is it? Trill? Trill? Trill. Very trill. Very trill. Trill was there. Thank you. One more. Let's see. That's not it. It can't be it. Alert. LITH. Lithium. Okay. Real. Thank you. Acid, like we've all been on the trip. Cat. Tack. Tad. Did. Act.
Have it.
think I'm gonna have to leave it like that. I don't know what to do. I think we have to call that a night. I am exhausted.
You have them all lined up right where you need them this now.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming in. Prayers. All that need them. Everybody. Everybody needs them. God bless. Prayers. And thank you. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Everybody that's a father, have a happy Father's Day. Everybody that's a mother that acts like a father or has to be the place of a father, have a happy Father's Day. Anybody that acts as a father, happy Father's Day. All right. See you guys.